Join me as I take on the challenge of making the most delicious barbecue jackfruit empanadas right at home. In this video, you'll learn how to make mouth-watering barbecue jackfruit empanadas right in your own kitchen. This recipe is not only tasty, but also vegan-friendly. One of the biggest struggles I hear from people who follow a plant-based diet is finding satisfying recipes that hit that comfort food spot, like empanadas. Empanadas are a beloved dish, known for their flaky crust and savory fillings. They are perfect for any occasion, whether it's a family gathering, a casual dinner, or even a snack on the go. The challenge, however, is to recreate that same comforting experience without using any animal products. But don't worry, it's entirely possible and can be incredibly delicious. Empanadas are a staple in many Latin American countries and are often filled with meat or cheese. These traditional fillings are what give empanadas their rich and hearty flavor. In countries like Argentina, Colombia, and Mexico, empanadas are more than just food. They are a cultural experience, often enjoyed during festivals, family gatherings, and street fairs. The aroma of freshly baked empanadas can transport you to a bustling market in Buenos Aires or a cozy kitchen in Bogotá. But what about those of us who don't eat animal products? Can we still enjoy this beloved dish without compromising on taste and texture? The answer is a resounding yes. The world of plant-based cooking has evolved tremendously, offering a plethora of alternatives that can mimic the flavors and textures of traditional meat and cheese fillings. From lentils and mushrooms to jackfruit and tofu, the possibilities are endless. Can we still enjoy a delicious empanada? The answer is absolutely. With the right ingredients and a bit of creativity, you can make empanadas that are not only vegan-friendly, but also mouth-wateringly delicious. One of my favorite plant-based fillings is barbecue jackfruit. Jackfruit has a texture that closely resembles pulled pork, making it an excellent substitute in recipes that traditionally call for meat. When cooked with the right spices and sauces, it becomes a flavorful and satisfying filling for our empanadas. With a little creativity and the right ingredients, we can make empanadas that are not only vegan-friendly, but also mouth-wateringly delicious. The key is to focus on the quality of your ingredients. Fresh vegetables, aromatic spices, and a well-made dough can make all the difference. Don't be afraid to experiment with different combinations to find what works best for you. The beauty of cooking is that it's an art form, and you have the freedom to create something uniquely yours. I've experimented with different fillings and flours to come up with a recipe that's both authentic and satisfying. It took some trial and error, but the end result was worth it. I found that using a combination of whole wheat and all-purpose flour gives the dough a nice balance of texture and flavor. For the filling, I tried various plant-based proteins and settled on jackfruit for its meaty texture and ability to absorb flavors well. And today, I'm excited to share my barbecue jackfruit empanadas recipe with you. This recipe is a game-changer for anyone looking to enjoy a plant-based version of this classic dish. The barbecue jackfruit filling is smoky, tangy, and slightly sweet, perfectly complementing the crispy, golden brown crust of the empanada. Whether you're a seasoned vegan or just looking to try something new, this recipe is sure to impress. These empanadas are crispy on the outside, soft on the inside, and packed with flavor. The contrast between the crunchy crust and the tender, flavorful filling is what makes them so irresistible. Each bite is a delightful combination of textures and tastes that will leave you craving more. Plus, they are incredibly versatile. You can serve them as appetizers, main courses, or even as a snack. They are perfect for any occasion. Plus, they're ridiculously easy to make, even if you're a beginner in the kitchen. The recipe is straightforward and doesn't require any special equipment or advanced cooking skills. All you need is a bit of patience and a willingness to try something new. I'll walk you through each step, from preparing the dough to making the filling and assembling the empanadas. By the end of this video, you'll see just how simple and enjoyable the process can be. Many people assume that plant-based comfort food is bland or boring, but I'm here to tell you that with a little creativity, we can create dishes that are not only comforting, but also incredibly flavorful. The key is to use a variety of spices and herbs to enhance the natural flavors of the ingredients. Don't be afraid to experiment with different seasonings and cooking techniques. The more you explore, the more you'll discover the endless possibilities of plant-based cooking. I'll guide you through the ingredients needed, how to prepare the jackfruit, and the steps to make the empanada dough. We'll start with the basics, like selecting the right type of jackfruit and preparing it for cooking. Then we'll move on to making the dough, which is easier than you might think. I'll share tips and tricks to ensure your dough turns out perfect every time. Finally, We'll assemble the empanadas and bake them to golden perfection. We'll also discuss flavoring options and cooking methods. There are so many ways to customize this recipe to suit your taste preferences. You can add different spices to the filling, try different types of dough, or even experiment with baking and frying methods. The goal is to make the recipe your own and enjoy the process of creating something delicious and satisfying. By the end of this video, you'll be equipped with the knowledge and confidence to make your own delicious barbecue jackfruit empanadas at home. You'll see that plant-based cooking can be just as satisfying and flavorful as traditional cooking. So, let's get started and bring a taste of Latin America to your kitchen with these amazing vegan empanadas. Happy cooking! First, let's talk about the ingredients you'll need for this delicious recipe. Each component plays a crucial role in creating the perfect empanada, so let's dive in and see what you'll need to gather. The star of our dish is jackfruit. You can use either fresh jackfruit, which has a wonderful texture, or canned jackfruit, which is more convenient and readily available in most health food stores or online. Make sure to get the young green jackfruit for the best results. Next, you'll need a combination of all-purpose flour and cornstarch. This mixture helps to create a light and crispy crust for the empanadas. Don't forget the spices. A blend of your favorite spices will give the empanadas their signature flavor. Common choices include cumin, paprika, and garlic powder, but feel free to get creative. And of course, you can't forget the barbecue sauce. This is what gives the jackfruit its sweet and tangy flavor, making it taste just like pulled pork. You can use store-bought barbecue sauce or make your own at home for a more personalized touch. Either way, it's an essential ingredient that brings everything together. Now let's move on to preparing the jackfruit. This is probably the most time-consuming part of the recipe, but trust me, it's worth it. You'll need to drain and rinse the jackfruit, then shred it into bite-sized pieces. From there, you can season it with a combination of spices, herbs, and barbecue sauce. Once the jackfruit is prepared, it's time to make the empanada dough. This is where things can get a little tricky, but don't worry, I'll walk you through it step by step. You'll need to combine the flours, spices, and a pinch of salt, then gradually add in water until the dough comes together. With the dough prepared, it's time to assemble the empanadas. This is where the magic happens, transforming simple ingredients into a delightful dish that will impress everyone. The process of assembling empanadas is not just about cooking, it's about creating memories and enjoying the art of making food with love and care. This is the fun part. Gather your friends or family and make it a group activity. Cooking together can be a wonderful bonding experience. As you work together, you'll find that the joy of creating something delicious is doubled when shared with loved ones. You'll need to roll out the dough to a thin, even layer. This step is crucial because the thickness of the dough will affect the texture of your empanadas. Too thick, and they might be doughy. Too thin, and they might break apart. Aim for a thickness of about 1/8 inch for the perfect balance. Next, place a spoonful of the jackfruit mixture in the center of each dough circle. Be generous but careful not to overfill, as this can make sealing the empanadas tricky. The jackfruit mixture should be well distributed to ensure every bite is packed with flavor. Now fold the dough over to create a half-moon shape. This classic empanada shape is not only visually appealing, but also helps to keep the filling secure inside. Press the edges together gently to prepare for sealing. From there, you can seal the edges using a fork. This not only ensures the filling stays inside, but also gives the empanadas a beautiful, decorative edge. Press firmly but gently, making sure the edges are well sealed to prevent any leaks during cooking. Now it's time to cook the empanadas. You have two options. Cook them in a hot skillet for a crispy golden exterior, or bake them in the oven for a more uniform texture. Both methods have their own charm, so feel free to choose based on your preference, or try both to see which you like best. Watch as I reveal the final result. Golden, crispy empanadas filled with savory barbecue jackfruit that will wow your taste buds. The sight of these perfectly cooked empanadas is enough to make anyone's mouth water. I'll show you how to achieve that perfect golden brown color. Brushing the empanadas with a bit of oil or an egg wash before cooking can help achieve that beautiful, appetizing finish. This step is key to getting that irresistible look and texture, and crispy texture that will make your empanadas stand out. The contrast between the crispy exterior and the tender filling is what makes empanadas so special. It's a delightful experience for your taste buds with every bite. When you take a bite of these empanadas, the first thing you'll notice is the crispy exterior giving way to a soft, fluffy interior. This combination of textures is what makes empanadas such a beloved dish around the world. The first thing you'll notice is the crispy exterior giving way to a soft, fluffy interior. This delightful contrast is what makes each bite so satisfying and keeps you coming back for more. And then, of course, there's the flavor, that sweet and tangy barbecue sauce complemented by the tender jackfruit. The combination of these flavors creates a unique and delicious taste that is sure to impress. I love serving these empanadas as a snack or appetizer. They are perfect for parties, gatherings, or just a casual get-together with friends. The versatility of empanadas makes them a great addition to any menu, but they're also perfect as a meal or even a dessert. Yes, you read that right. These empanadas are so versatile you can serve them in many different ways. Whether as a main course or a sweet treat, they are sure to delight. Yes, you read that right. These empanadas are so versatile you can serve them as a dessert. Just imagine the possibilities. From savory to sweet, the options are endless. You can serve them as a dessert. Just top them with a scoop of vegan ice cream and a sprinkle of cinnamon, and you're good to go. This simple addition transforms the empanadas into a delightful dessert that everyone will love. Just top them with a scoop of vegan ice cream and a sprinkle of cinnamon, and you're good to go. This combination of warm, crispy empanadas with cold, creamy ice cream is simply irresistible. And a sprinkle of cinnamon, and you're good to go. The hint of cinnamon adds a touch of warmth and spice that perfectly complements the sweetness of the ice cream and the savory jackfruit filling. We've covered how to create these delicious barbecue jackfruit empanadas from scratch. From preparing the dough to adding the filling and cooking them to perfection, each step is important in creating the perfect empanada. Whether for a snack or a meal, they're sure to impress. And the best part? They're incredibly easy to make, even if you're new to cooking or baking. With a little practice, you'll be making perfect empanadas in no time. They're incredibly easy to make, even if you're new to cooking or baking. The process is straightforward, and the results are always rewarding. Don't be afraid to experiment with different fillings and flavors to make the recipe your own. If you enjoyed this recipe, make sure to check out my other cooking videos. There's a whole world of delicious recipes waiting for you to explore. From savory dishes to sweet treats, there's something for everyone. Make sure to check out my other cooking videos and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Your feedback is always appreciated, and I love hearing about your cooking adventures. And let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I can't wait to see how your empanadas turn out and hear about your experiences with this recipe. Happy cooking!